Hey guys, doing? This is Pete Rock with Gamertag Radio, and I'm here checking out 007 Quantum of Solace here at the Viceroy Hotel, and I have
Gina, Tammy, Hannah,
and
Garrett. And I'm sorry, this is radio.
That's okay. No, we'll have no video as well. So.
Having a good
there's
time.
no video? Oh.
Well, there is some video right there.
Yeah, we'll have this all on video. And what do you do at Activision or Treyarch actually?
I am the executive producer of the Bond team at Treyarch.
Awesome. All right,
Awesome.
so
what do you guys do at Treyarch?
you guys are the pretty.
They're
all
the
right,
entertainment.
so tell me a
absolutely.
little bit about the game.
A little bit about the game. Boy, how much time you got?
I got as much. I got 30 gigs of space. Go
So
for it.
the big thing that certainly I want you to know about it when you get a chance to play it later. I know you got a chance to play it a little bit earlier. Is that our game is all about bringing this new James Bond to life? Is this Daniel Craig James Bond? He's a much more physical, more cunning, and more dangerous Bond, and that's really core to the vision of this game. And so it's going to feel very different than any Bond game in the past, and should feel different to the other games that are out there. So that's a really big thing. There's a lot of features that we can go through if you want to talk about those. But at the nutshell, the big thing that we're trying to get across in this game is that it's all about this brand new James Bond, new in Casino Royale, continuation in Quantum of Solace, the movies, and then that's the Bond that we're bringing to life.
Does the game follow the movie exactly, or
actually it does? We actually cover two movies. So Quantum of Solace, the movie, is actually the very first true James Bond sequel for all the movies. So it picks up about an hour after Casino Royale ends. And so our game actually covers Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. That tells it in a little bit of a unique story. We actually kick off with Quantum of Solace, and then about halfway through we do a flashback and let gamers play through Casino Royale, and then you come back and you close out the story with Quantum of Solace. So it's a lot of content to pull from, a lot of action scenes to pull from, so it's pretty exciting.
That's really cool. I mentioned that Daniel Craig voiced his character.
Yes, absolutely.
Did you guys get everyone from the movie to voice their characters?
We have all the major actors. So you've got Judi Dench, you've got Daniel Craig, you've got the other major actors, the major villains, the major Bond girls from both Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. We not only got their voice, but we scan them, because in this era of technology, we do so much more with the technology and push the power of the 360 and the PlayStation 3. And so we scan them, photograph them, scan their wardrobe, because of course it's the specific clothes and wardrobe that they wear in the movie, and record their voices. And actually, funny thing is, Judi Dench is amazing. She didn't need a second cut on anything. Second take, no. She's like, wow, yeah, that's exactly what we needed for the game.
That's awesome.
For that scene in the game. And it's hard too, because it's not like she's in the middle of the scene filming it, right? She's just in front of a microphone. So she was rock solid. And then Daniel Craig was actually great too, because we brought a big script that we thought, okay, this is what Bond would say here. He came in and said, oh no, James Bond would not say this. Yeah, this one's good. No, actually this one's different. And so he added his own flair to it to say,
awesome.
This is actually what we've done in the movies, and so this is what you should do in the game, which actually really helped us, right? It helps make our game better. So
well,
it's exciting.
The question on everybody's mind, because everybody knows about 007 and GoldenEye multiplayer.
What is the question?
Multiplayer, does the game have it?
Yes, it does.
Okay, can you tell me about it? Aside from, I guess you have team deathmatch, or what kind of?
Yeah, we have a lot of game modes, some of which people will be completely familiar with from playing first-person shooters and even third-person games like a Gears of War. They'll be comfortable with those, and they'll get right in, and it will be really accessible for them as gamers to come in and play the game. But there's some other game modes also in multiplayer that are pretty unique, because you don't want to be in a multiplayer session where all of a sudden there's 11 other guys and they're all James Bond and you're James Bond. That wouldn't really make a lot of sense. So we have a couple very unique Bond-specific modes where you can play, as James Bond, and then through the lobby it'll actually rotate through. We have one mode that's really intense that we call Bond Versus, where everybody is the organization, and so of course everybody is against Bond, and they are trying to detonate bombs in a specific level. And so as James Bond, you need to go through and detonate the bombs or take out the organization. And so the thing that makes that really intense is that when it comes to your turn to being Bond, it's like you're against 5, 6, 7, 8 other guys, and you've really got to stay really stealthy and really quiet. When you take a guy out, they can see you on the map for a couple of seconds, and so you immediately take a guy out, and you have to get hot-tailed out of there. We'll be playing at like 2 or 3 a.m., right? Because we're working late nights and testing the game and finishing the game. And it's better than caffeine, way better than caffeine, because you're just adrenaline high, and then you can work till 5 a.m. because it's so fun, and you get so amped up thinking, oh my God, they can see me. Where the hell are they? So it was a lot of fun to develop, a lot of fun to build, and we hope gamers really enjoy it as much as they enjoy playing it as much as we enjoy making it.
Well, it's really good.
You guys have any answers? I'm sorry, I'm hogging a microphone.
Actually, I got a question. Have any of you ladies actually played it?
I played it.
And what'd you think of the game?
Well,
it was great.
My skill level is kind of low.
Well, regardless of skill level, did you have fun?
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did either of you play it?
I'm terrible, but it's great.
Yeah, but it's not about whether you're good or terrible. It's actually fun.
Watch,
So.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's good. Well, one of our listeners actually asked. His name is Deacon Blade. He runs his own gaming website, and he wanted
Deacon,
to know.
how you doing?
He wants to know
You guys say
what
hi
was.
to Deacon?
Hi.
We know him as the Velvet Voice. So
Velvet
he's,
Voice.
yeah, he's got a real smooth
Nice.
voice on the radio. So Deacon, Unscripted, I'm hooking you up.
Nice.
He wants to know what was the reason behind using the first and third person perspective in the game, and was it purely cosmetic?
Good question, Deacon. Actually, so this is the first game from us, from our company, right? We've never done a James Bond game before. So as such, we wanted to do the right thing. So it's like almost 2 years ago now, we went out and asked gamers, asked consumers, asked people who are Bond fans, what do you want to play in a Bond game? And from a camera standpoint, to Deacon's question, it actually was kind of a little bit mixed. Now, a lot of people wanted first-person Bond, whether it's because of the Heritage GoldenEye or because they enjoy more first-person games where you can be much more immersed in the character, where you can actually be Bond. I'm not sure why they wanted it, but that's what they told us that they wanted. But there was still about a third of the people that said, I actually want to see Bond on screen. Daniel Craig's this really cool character. I want to see him on screen. And so we took that. We're like, okay, well, gee, what the heck are we going to do? We took it to our engineers, and they said, well, yeah, we can do this. We can do this first-person game where you can actually, during gameplay, not just in like a cutscene, you can actually get into cover combat, take a more of a smarter approach to and more strategic approach to battle or to a certain scene, a certain part of the game, where you come in and you take cover. You can see Bond on screen in a third-person camera, and you can actually make a decision on what you're going to do. Or if you're in the middle of a firefight, actually gives you a little chance to take a breath and say, okay, I'm in cover. I can wait a second. Okay, now I can pop that guy, take that guy. Okay, get back. Okay, take ground, take to the next cover spot, and engage. Take the engagement space a little bit different in a different direction, and take the battle in a little bit different direction. So yes, it was actually about what gamers wanted and what we could do in our engine, and what we knew was going to add a little bit of variety and innovate in a way. So that was kind of in a nutshell why we chose first and third person.
That's really good. That's a really good answer. Thank you very much. When can we expect the game to launch?
The game will launch in November of this year with the movie.
So it's a simultaneous, more or less.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Seeing that you guys are going to be launching more or less the same time as Gears of War, which is probably the most anticipated game of this year, how do you guys feel your chances are going up against
Some people
that?
would argue that maybe the Bond game is the most anticipated game.
I'll tell you
of
one
the year.
thing. I played some multiplayer for the past 30, 45 minutes, and it's really intense.
Pretty fun.
It's really
Good.
fun. So
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of great games this year. GTA came out, Force Unleashed. It looks like a beautiful game. And Mercenaries 2. There's a lot of really good games out there. Gears 2. I'm anticipating. I want to play Gears 2 also.
Exactly. Yeah.
But hey, we're real. And COD 5. I mean, shoot, another game from our own studio is going to be great. Spider-Man's going to be great. So there's a lot of great games out there. It is a great. I can tell you this. It's a great time to be a gamer because there's a lot of great games out there.
Oh, especially you. Look at you. You got some great
trying
tournament
to
with
work
three
on a
beautiful
Bond game,
women.
I'll tell you that, with all the Bond girls. Absolutely
Very
right.
true. So if our gamers wanted to check out more information on the game or what have you, where would they go?
Good question. I think you come to your site to listen to
Well,
your
aside
stuff,
from us,
and
there's
also
somebody-
come to our site. You can go to Activision.com and learn a lot more there. Or you can go to the Treyarch site. You can also go to 007thevideogame.com. I think is our website. So you can go to that. There'll be a ton of information up there. That's probably the answer to your question.
Cool. All right, guys. Pete Rock, Gamertag Radio, Treyarch, beautiful women, LA. Can't get any better than this. Thanks a lot.
Right on, Pete.